The Ascent of Dreams nestled in the heart of the rugged mountains. The small village of Havenbrook was home to a group of dedicated mountaineers. These individuals were bound by a shared passion for the towering peaks that surrounded their village. Among them were 4 close friends: Jack, Clara, Ben, and Lily. Each had a unique reason for loving the mountains, but they all shared the same dream: to conquer the highest peak in the range, Mount Seraph. Mount Seraph was known for its challenging terrain and unpredictable weather. Many had attempted to reach its summit, but few had succeeded. Despite the risks, the 4 friends were determined to make the climb. They spent months preparing, honing their skills, and gathering supplies. Jack, the most experienced climber of the group, often led their training sessions. He was a tall, sturdy man with a calm demeanor and a wealth of knowledge about the mountains. Clara was the group's navigator. Her keen sense of direction and sharp eyes made her invaluable during their expeditions. She was a petite woman with an adventurous spirit and an unshakable determination. Ben, the team's strongest member, was responsible for carrying most of their heavy equipment. His strength and endurance were unmatched, and he had a warm, encouraging personality that kept the group's spirits high. Lily, the youngest of the group, was the team's medic. Her gentle touch and vast knowledge of first aid made her a comforting presence. Though she was often seen as the least experienced, her quick thinking and resourcefulness had saved them on more than one occasion. The day of their ascent finally arrived. They set out early in the morning, the sun just beginning to rise over the horizon. The air was crisp and cold, and the ground was covered in a thin layer of frost. As they began their climb, the familiar rhythm of their steps and the sound of their breathing filled the air. They moved in harmony, each step bringing them closer to their goal. The first part of the climb was relatively easy, with well-trodden paths and gentle slopes. The friends chatted and laughed, their spirits high. As they ascended, the terrain became more challenging. The paths grew steeper, and the air thinner. Their conversations grew sparse as they focused on the climb. Halfway up the mountain, they encountered a formidable obstacle, a sheer rock face that seemed to stretch endlessly upwards. Jack examined the rock face and then turned to his friends. "We'll need to use our ropes and harnesses to get past this. It won't be easy, but I know we can do it." They worked together, securing the ropes and carefully making their way up the rock face. It was slow, arduous work, and every muscle in their bodies strained with the effort. Clara, leading the way, found footholds and handholds that the others could use. Ben's strength was crucial as he helped pull the others up, while Lily ensured everyone was safe and secure. After hours of climbing, they finally reached the top of the rock face. They paused to catch their breath and take in the view. Below them, the valley stretched out in all its beauty, a patchwork of forests, rivers, and meadows. Above them, the peak of Mount Seraph loomed, still a daunting distance away. "We're getting closer," Jack said, his voice filled with determination. "Let's keep going." As they climbed higher, the weather began to change. Dark clouds gathered overhead, and the wind picked up, howling around them. Snow started to fall, light at first, then heavier. The path became slippery, and visibility dropped. Despite the worsening conditions, they pressed on. Jack led the way, his experience guiding them through the storm. Clara kept a close eye on their surroundings, making sure they stayed on the right path. Ben's strength was a reassuring presence, and Lily's calm demeanor kept them focused. As night fell, they set up camp on a narrow ledge. Huddled in their tents, they shared a simple meal and talked about their journey so far. The storm raged outside, but inside their small tents, they felt a sense of camaraderie and hope. The next morning, the storm had passed, leaving a pristine blanket of snow. They resumed their climb, their progress slow but steady. The air grew thinner, and each step required more effort. Yet, their spirits remained high. Finally, after days of climbing, they reached the summit of Mount Seraph. The view from the top was breathtaking. The world below seemed small and distant, a vast expanse of untouched beauty. They stood in awe, taking in the sight they had worked so hard to see. "We did it," Clara whispered, her voice filled with wonder. Jack smiled, a sense of accomplishment washing over him. Yes, we did. Together. They spent a few precious moments on the summit, each lost in their thoughts. For Jack, it was the culmination of years of dreaming and preparing. For Clara, it was a testament to her navigational skills and perseverance. For Ben, it was a triumph of strength and willpower. And for Lily, it was a reminder of the power of teamwork and trust. As they began their descent, they knew that the climb had changed them. They had faced the mountain's challenges and come out stronger, more resilient, and more united. The ascent of Mount Seraph was not just a physical journey, but a journey of the spirit. It had taught them the true meaning of friendship, determination, and the beauty of reaching for one's dreams. And so, they descended, their hearts full of pride and joy, knowing that they had conquered not just the mountain, but their own fears and doubts. The gift of the climb was something they would carry with them forever, a testament to the power of dreaming big and the strength of unbreakable bonds.